Those who know chant.
Life is a time फर्क पड़ता है कोई दिक्कत नहीं
पता नहीं
जो थारी राय सो हमारी राय
nothing to do, nowhere to go. देखो सुनो मत बोलो तेरे वाला
whenever whatever you are be 100% करे नाटक
किसी को
आओ मत कहो किसी को जाओ मत ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना Who was you? You had zero complete level. आज मेरा हो भी रात्रि
Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. All of us have different attractions. Somebody likes childhood, somebody likes teenage, somebody likes middle age, somebody likes old age. So is the case with the story of Bhagwan Sri Krishna. There are some people, they like only the childhood. There is one sampradaya in Bharat, it is called Pushti Marga. Pushti Marga means prepare lot of foods and eat. So that is the Pushti Marga. So they have that Bala Krishna as their Ishta Devata, and that morning till evening they will have their individual personal Bala Krishna in their house, and not like this separately, but in the same room where they sleep, there is another bed for that Bala Krishna, a small one, and there is a small mosquito net, and inside that Krishna is sleeping. Then he is covered properly, and then he is put to sleep by singing. And thereafter, when this lady gets up in the morning, so as she does everything to her body, the same thing is done for that Balakrishna. So first his mosquito net is removed, and then he is taken as if to the toilet, and then he comes back, and then a small toothbrush and toothpaste, it is kept and shown there. And this old lady, she also takes the toothpaste, you see, and takes out her denture and cleans it. I have seen that, therefore I am telling. Then these ladies who are engaged in this Pushti Marga, whole day as we go through our day-to-day activities, they also make Bhagavan Krishna go through all these activities. And then after they have to prepare food, clean the things, everything. Then in the afternoon, after their food, everything is over, they take rest for half an hour, 1 hour. Then 3 o'clock, they have to go to the temple, Pushti Margi temple. And there, all the old ladies of that particular area, they come. And the Panditji gives them a huge lot of tulasi as well as the flowers. And now they have to take out each tulasi leaf separately, clean it. On that, with the chandan, they have to write Ram. Like that, they have to prepare thousands and thousands of them. Same thing, every flower is clean, properly kept ready for offering to the Lord. So what is the reason behind this? Because these are the questions they come to us. Swamiji, why this is done? I say this is done because old ladies are problem in home. They keep on troubling the youngsters. बहू ने ये नहीं किया, बहू ने वो नहीं, अरे यार. Then what to do? Keep them locked. See, friends. Therefore, one purpose of upasana is to keep oneself occupied so that we are not a problem for others. This is most important thing. And when you do it regularly, sincerely, slowly you start developing love for the God. Anything you play with for a long period of time, you develop love for that. Even your pillow. I want only that pillow, then only I will sleep. So such a dumb thing like a pillow, we want the same thing. If you are doing your upasana in this manner, that will keep you busy, and when you are busy, others are happy. They say, na, when you attend satsanga, there is happiness, but they don't tell you. Now I'll tell you. There is happiness at your home, because all of you have come here. If you are at home constantly creating problem for everybody, therefore go to satsanga. So for those who are attracted toward the children, for them Bhagwan Krishna is available. Then those who are interested in knowing some out of the world stories, for that also Bhagwan Krishna is available. See? And then the Putana comes, she is killed, then so many Rakshasas come, then they are killed, then Kamsa is killed. Like that his story goes, and you develop yourself according to your ability. By the time Bhagwan Krishna has left this Gokul or his place, then he goes to Vrindavan. So why he goes to Vrindavan? There was a problem. So he ran to the Vrindavan. There he stayed. There he had lot of leelas. Here the teenagers are interested. In short, Bhagwan Krishna is tailor-made for every one of us. Whatever you want, he is available in that form. And as the time goes, we study his various leelas, and then we come to the Mahabharata. And in that Mahabharata, we come across Bhagavad Gita. Now, if you study Bhagavad Mahapuran and other texts, you will come to know that one thing which we should learn from his total life is when he left one place, he never went back to that place. Upanishad says, Charai Veti, Charai Veti. But Swamiji, you come here again and again. See? Not going back to the same place means don't go back in your past memories. See? We don't have to go to a different place. You can mentally go. Like you are here from the Konchi brand, isn't it? So, suddenly you will go, Are, Konchi, where were you in Fiji? How was Fiji? Julum. See? So, the moment you think about your past, you are going from one place to another. Bhagwan Krishna never went back. This is the story we have to learn from him. And then He played every kind of role, like the space supports every shape. Space supports everything, doesn't reject anything, doesn't oppose anything, and yet doesn't get influenced by anything. This is the life of Bhagwan Krishna. So when somebody was abusing him one after another, 100 times, he said, let him have the century and then clean gold. See, friends, therefore, we as the seekers of truth, what we should understand from the life of Bhagwan Krishna. See, the stories are meant for us to learn. If we don't learn, then we are like the robot or we are like the tape recorders. Like the tape recorder goes on playing Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And when the tape recorder breaks, he realizes, no, we have to bring it in our heart. So what we have to learn from the life of Bhagwan Sri Krishna, which is useful for us in today's world. And that is why everywhere we emphasize study of Bhagavad Gita must form an integral part of our spiritual practice. See, what we do here, puja, pothi, and offering the flowers, naivedya, etc., is all necessary. But that is not all. See, we receive some guest and we receive him and put a garland and this thing, that thing, and after that ask him to do something. Acha, chale jao, aur khana bhi khana hai. Exactly the same way. We don't have to glorify Bhagwan. We have to learn from his life. The first thing that we have to learn, and which I try to practice as much as I can, do not talk about your past. This is one of the most important spiritual practice. Learn to remain here and now 100%. Bhagwan Krishna has descended in you. Otherwise, all the time, the same old stuff in 300 years before they came here is okay, over now. To remain in the present. This is very important. And therefore, he was always in the present. He has never looked behind. There is one story comes. Radhaji and Bhagwan Krishna. Radhaji says, you are not the same Kanhaiya who used to be with us. You are totally changed. Because she was attracted towards him in a particular form. We have to know Krishna in its entirety. And the completion of Bhagwan Krishna is this Bhagavad Gita. Therefore, we'll try to see the message of Bhagavad Gita today for all of us. First of all, we have to know. These are the basic things which most of us do not know or bypass. Bhagavad Gita was told by whom to whom? Normally, we say Bhagavad Gita was told by Bhagwan Krishna to Arjuna. This is not complete knowledge, incomplete. So many people told to so many. First, Bhagwan Krishna told to Arjuna. Second, Vyasa Prasada Shrutavan Etat Guhyamaham Param. Sanjay says, by the grace of Bhagwan Veda Vyasa, whatever happened on the battlefield, that was known to me by the grace of Bhagwan Veda Vyasa. So, by the AI, you know AI? By the AI, Sanjay knew everything that has happened on the battlefield. And therefore, second pair is Sanjay and Dhritarashtra. The Bhagavad Gita that we get in our hand is the Bhagavad Gita which was told by Sanjay to Dhritarashtra. Not the one which was told by Bhagwan Krishna to Arjuna. Maharaj, how important it is. So, first pair is Krishna and Arjuna. Second pair is Krishna and through Vedavyasa Sanjay. How clear it is. Now the next pair. See, I am talking to you. Now who is where? This portion should be clear. Now one example, it make it clear. Why this Bhagavad Gita could not be stopped? What was the reason? The reason was Dhritarashtra was obsessed with his children and the kingdom. Therefore, in the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, 3 problems are indicated for all of us to know. First problem is, we are too much attached to the gross inert world, and that character is Dhritarashtra. Dhrutam is holding on to, Rashtra is the chair. He was holding on to the chair. He wanted to rule all through his life and nobody should come. This is the mamata for the matter or the inert world. Number 1. The second kind of obsession some of us have is the Dushasan and Duryodhan. They were obsessed with that everybody is working for me. In his own words, he says, Madarthe Chakta Jivitaha. All these kings have come to support me because they are doing for me. That I was very strong. The first was the Tamoguni I, lost in the possessions of the worldly things. Second was the Rajoguni I, which was lost in I. Everybody is doing for me. Vanyasti sadrusho maya. Who is like me? I have done this thing, I have done that thing. The third character was Arjuna. Arjuna's character is most dangerous. How? Goody brand. Friends, please remember this. If we are walking spiritual path, our mind should be free from all negativities. But normally what happens? Those people who are, for example, they are vegetarian. You see how they talk about non-vegetarian people? We are not non-vegetarian, eating the dead bodies. No. Why? We are good. We are vegetarian. See, friends. And these vegetarian people are also condemned by the next generation. You know the next generation? Vegan. We are vegan. The whole life is our goodness, and on the foundation of that goodness, we condemn others. If our goodness is prompting us to condemn others, is it a goodness? This is exactly you see in the character of Arjuna. Arjuna was pleading and arguing that these children of Dhritarashtra, they are Atatayi. Atatayi means terrorist. Technically, Atatayi are those who should be hanged without trial. They are called as Atatayi. So, oh Kauravas, they are Atatayi. And what about you? See, Prapashat bhi asmabihi. We are wise. We are not like them. Friends, these are the 3 ropes by which we are tied down in this world. And as a result, what happens? Those who are engaged in earning money, they don't care for anybody. They are clear about it. Now, those who are engaged in activity, do this, do that, they are perspiring and that. The third character, they are little bit thinking, but their thinking is going in the wrong direction. And what is the wrong direction? We consider ourselves to be holier than thou. No. It is here Bhagavad Gita tells us that whatever path you are following, it is good for you. That doesn't mean others are bad. See, friends. Therefore, after this is known, now what happened to whom? See, Bhagavad Gita was heard by so many. First, we'll see. Bhagavad Gita was heard by Dhritarashtra from the mouth of Sanjay. Now, if you read the whole Mahabharata, nowhere it is mentioned what happened to Dhritarashtra after studying, after listening the Bhagavad Gita. Why? Nothing happened. Do we belong to that category? See? Hearing Bhagavad Gita so many times and yet no change, we are the same. Mayaru mora torate maya. So Dhritarashtra is the one who is obsessed with the worldly things. Then second thing, Sanjay heard also by the grace of Vedavyasa. Now what happened to Sanjay? He heard. What happened to him? In his words, see, Taccha sansmritya rupam atyadbhutam harehe vismayo me mahan rajan rishyami cha mumurmuhu. I still remember that Vishwarupa Bhagwan Sri Krishna. And because of that, I feel so happy and so fulfilled in my life. That my life is fulfilled when I saw the Vishwarupa of Bhagwan by the grace of Vedavyasa. So nothing happened to Dhritarashtra. Vedavyasa was happy. Now, not Vedavyasa, this Sanjay was happy. Now the third one. See, what happened to Arjun? See, friends, these are the things we have to know properly. What happened to Arjun? He was only arguing. See? And in that argument, he was trying to prove it is not right to fight this war. We should go back. See, friends, goodness alone is not enough. Passive goodness is impotency. We have to be dynamic goodness. And this is the creed of Bhagwan Krishna. See, friends. And therefore, when the situation came, and this situation comes in the life of every one of us, and it is God sent. This point we should clearly understand in life. Then Bhagavad Gita will descend in our heart. See, Arjuna had two negative points, which we all have in plenty. One is bitterness towards somebody. See, friends, we must not have bitterness towards anybody in this. I'll tell you one of my experience. I go to Shirdi Baba's temple whenever there is a possibility. So those people know me, so I don't have to stand in a big queue. I get straight away entry. And as usual, there will be few Kamandalus, they also come. So I go there, do namaskar, and then sometimes they give the mala or a coconut, I take and go. Whole thing takes maximum 10 seconds or so. So for others, the police is there pushing, go hard, go fast, go fast, go fast, because huge queue. So one Kamandalu asked me, Swamiji, you get such a good chance to stay there. They don't ask you to go. And you just do namaskar and go like that. Why? I said, do you know? The length of the namaskar is directly proportionate to the length of the list of demands. You go, acha karo, and then, or forgot one again. Then you don't ask anything. No, I don't ask anything. No, but you do. Okay, I ask. What do you ask? I said, I'll ask, tell you, provided you have to ask only that. Never anything beyond it. Oh, I said, then I'll not tell you. He said, no, okay, I'll ask only that, nothing else. I said, you are talking before him. If you do wrong, problem will come to you. See? So he said, okay, I will not ask anything. I said, I have asked him. Let there be no hatred, bitterness towards anybody in the whole universe, even once, even in a dream, even for fun, even by mistake. Ask this. This was the problem with Arjun. He was in association with Bhagwan, not for a day or two, but how many years? You know, when Bhagavad Gita was happening, that time, age of Bhagwan Krishna was 89 years. And age of Arjuna was 86. All the problem in the world is because of the oldies, not the children. Old people are creating problem in the world. See, all the kids are happy. Thank you. See? So, he had these two negativities. One is he was arrogant because of his success in his life. Friends, success is difficult to digest than failure. Those people who are perpetually successful in life, they start sorting them out. Better than you, holier than thou. No, the goodness is more poisonous than the badness. See, friends, the same thing. Constant success, we lose our balance. And this is what started happening to Arjun. One of the name of Arjun was Vijay. Vijay means he was never defeated in any of his war. He always won. Therefore, he had that arrogance, and out of that arrogance, he asked Bhagwan Sri Krishna, let me see with whom I had to fight. What an arrogance. He knew who is in the opposite lines. There, Bhishmacharya, Dronacharya, Kripacharya, his brothers, he knew that. And yet he had that arrogance. Who dares fight with me? Let me see. Oh. And second thing, these Dhritarashtra's children, they are bad atatai durbuddhi. These two things are negative thoughts in our mind, and they will destroy us in life. If you are with Bhagwan Krishna, what Bhagwan Krishna did? Bhagwan Krishna thought, now here is the time we have to do an operation. Operation ego. These are the two things. Punyasti sadrusho maya, I am so and so. And they are so bad, I killed them. These two things were very prominently seen in Arjun. So Bhagwan Krishna did a trick. And what trick he did? He brought the chariot in front of Bhishmacharya, Dronacharya, and did not keep quiet. You wanted to know with whom to fight? You don't have to fight with the enemies. You have to fight with your nears and dears. This is the first message of Bhagavad Gita. Friends, recognize this. The other day, two persons were talking. These days, the youngsters are going so wrong. They drink and do all kinds of things and all that thing. And then in that drug peddling, that boy was caught in all that, The other person says, yeah, these days, children are horrible. No, I am talking about your son. Ah, my son. Everything changes. See, friends, Bhagwan Krishna did that technique. Friends, problems are not outside. Problems are inside. So you may change the places. Suppose you don't like Melbourne, you can go to Brisbane. You don't like Brisbane, you go to Fiji. But if you are having problem with yourself, where will you go? Wherever you go, there you are. See, friends. Therefore, these difficulties, problems which come in our life, they are God sent. See, how they are God sent? Bhagwan Krishna and Arjun were together for many years. Not once in a while, for many years. But during that association with Sakshat Bhagavan, Arjuna never asked a single word about the truth. See, there is a saying, Ati parichayad avajna, familiarity breeds contempt. He was talking to him as a pal. See, hey Krishna, hey Yadava, hey Sakhe. The other day, I met one lady, she's doctor, I don't remember her name, on Bombay airport. I was waiting for my flight. She was also going by the same flight, coming to Melbourne only. So I was sitting waiting for the boarding announcement, and she came. I don't know who is she. She came, did Namaskar Chamatkar. Swamiji, I have been listening you, and we have heard this, that. Was very good. And then she did not, and went and sat. After some time, she wrote her name, address, everything she gave me. It is somewhere in my bag. But while giving that, be attentive. While giving it to me, what she said, Swamiji, it is always better that from whom you learn, don't be too close. This is exactly what happened to Arjun with Bhagwan Krishna. See, friends, familiarity breeds contempt. You go to the very big, big temples in India or anywhere, there the pujaris are there. See? The other day I went to Badrinath, and people go by bus, walking, whatever way, and so tired, and stand before Narayana, Narayana, fully involved in that Narayana. But the Panditji who is there, and the Narayana is catching, very because where it will go, he doesn't know. Familiarity breeds contempt. How important it is. See? So Arjuna had that problem. And therefore Bhagwan thought, I must help my friend. What he did? He created a problem. The problem created was, he had a full option to take the chariot anywhere between the two armies. But instead of that, he brought the chariot in front of Bhishmacharya, Dronacharya, and not only that, he didn't keep quiet. If he keeps quiet, he is not Krishna. He gave a chabi. And he said, you want to know with whom you have to fight? You have to fight with your nears and dears. And he kept quiet. Chabi भर के छोड़ दिया. That has completely paralyzed Arjun. And therefore, he himself says that Brahmati vachame manaha. I am unable to stand. I can't think properly. I am so confused to see my own nears and dears with whom I have to fight the war. See, friends. And that time, he is clearly telling, I cannot think properly. And therefore, he makes a decision. Etan hantumichami natopi madhusudana api trailokya rajyasya heto kim numahi krute. Hey Madhusudana, hey Krishna, I don't want to kill my guru, my grandfather, my brothers. Even if I get the kingdom of the three worlds, what to talk about this world? I don't know to fight because I can't think. Now, here we all have to learn three principles from this part of Bhagavad Gita. When you are angry, do not discuss anything with anybody. When you are confused, do not take or make any decisions. And the most important, when you are happy, do not promise. You know the story of Dasharathji Maharaj? When Kaikeyi helped Dasharatha, he was so happy. Darling, you helped me so much in such a terrible war. You ask me anything, I can give you. So what you have learned from Ramayana, don't promise anything to your wife. Satsanga hai. You should take it with you. The second thing from Ramayana, of the track. I was here only in Melbourne many years before, and our Ramesh Bhai Ojha also came here, and is a good friend of mine. So we somehow invited and went. So he asked, Swamiji, speak something. I said, tell me how much I have to speak, because once our tape recorder starts, it doesn't stop. Then 5-10 minutes is enough. I said, okay. Then what is the topic you are talking? He said, we are talking on Ramayana. I said, okay, I will also talk on Ramayana. Then I told him, you all know Rama's story very well. What you do not know, that I am going to tell you. Everybody said, what is that? Then I said, do you know the cause of death of Dasharatha? Ram. Nobody killed him. He died because of Ram. Why? He has to go to forest. When your son is directly the avatar of Narayana, the father dies because of the son. Your kids are kabutars. What do you expect? Don't expect anything from anybody. You will be happy in life. See, friends. Therefore, don't promise anything to anybody in a jolly, good, happy mood. Don't discuss anything when you are angry. And do not make decisions when you are confused. This is what Arjuna did. Etanna hantumichami gnatopi Madhusudana. Hey Madhusudana, I do not want to kill them. Before that, what he himself said, that I can't think properly, my mind is going in circles and circles. If you cannot think properly, don't make decisions. Friends. And further, what we all have to learn, and this is also our story. Bhagavan Krishna was not talking anything, he was keeping quiet. Go on talking, go on talking. This is what we have to learn. When the other person is out of his head and he is arguing and discussing something, keep your mouth shut. Don't discuss. But if they want you to talk, then excuse me, I have to go to toilet. Yad gatva nani vartante. Go there, don't come half an hour. By then, his pressure will be down. Then you can talk to him. See, friends. So, Arjuna is arguing, and thereafter, now see what happens. When you know, I cannot think properly, and yet he make the decision. I don't want to fight them. Be attentive. There may be some liars in this group. Are there some liars? My English is very poor. So who is the liar? I go, this is just example. I go to a lawyer and tell him, hey, I want to hire you. What for? I have committed a murder and I want to save. So the lawyer says, okay, you don't have to pay me anything, but whatever is done after that, you can pay me. I'll see that you win the case. So I am very happy. And then the court hearing continues. And my lawyer has taught me this. When any question is asked, you give the answer, "Ta, ta," anything they ask. What is your name? Ta, ta. Did you kill? Ta, ta. That pleader got frustrated. And conclusion was, this person is out of his mind. He doesn't know what he is doing, what he is not doing. So he should be relieved. So not hanged to death. Then I went out and then I went to my lawyer's house. And he said, see, I saved you. Yes. Now my fees. हमारी बिल्ली हमसे म्याऊं. Therefore, Bhagwan Krishna created a situation for Arjun and for all of us to know problems are not outside. Problems are within us. And what is the problem? Ramcharitmanas, May Arumora Toratay Maya. See, we don't suffer because of the enemies. We suffer because of ourselves. If the enemies are there, we can go away or kill them. But if we are suffering because of our wrong understanding, nobody can help us. And this is exactly what happened with Arjun. So, what the liar does, he knows what is the truth. And yet he makes a decision. My client is innocent. He has made a decision. He knows that I have killed somebody. Yet he makes a decision. My liar is innocent. And thereafter, how he will plead to make his decision correct or wrong? So normally what we do, we first decide and then think. This is where samsaris are born. Then first think and then make a decision. What Arjun did, first he made a decision and then started thinking. This is where you go wrong. Hey friends, how we create friends and enemies in this world? This way. Therefore, he started arguing. Those who are arguing type of person, keep away from them. Naradji tells in Narad Bhakti Sutra, this particular sutra I like very much. He very clearly tells, Vado na avalambya. Do not get lost in arguments. See? It's nothing, we don't have to prove anything to anybody. When you argue on any point with anybody, your peace of mind is gone. See? We don't have to prove anything to anybody. If somebody says you are dumb, thank you very much. Over. There's no need. Because our peace of mind is more valuable than anything in the whole world. So, Arjun Maharaj, he was constantly arguing. And how he was arguing? Very wise argument. Now, here is another important point we have to learn. See? The right things told at the wrong time and reference are not right. Now, what are the right things Arjun told? See, when this war will happen, so many people will be killed. Yes, right. But on the battlefield, is it a maternity home? Children will be born. What he was trying to tell to Bhagwan Krishna, so many people will be killed. No, he didn't know actually, And when so many people will be killed, all the gents will be killed, only ladies will be remaining. And then the terrorists will come from outside, and there will be crossbreeding, and there will be a crossbred population will be formed. And as a result, our dharma will go to dogs. Nobody will do the Pinda or the Dahan Kriya, everything. Oh God, what a terrible thing we are going to do. Thank God I remembered. We will not fight this war. See, the picture that he brought was right in a wrong place. Therefore, remember, anything we study in our life from the scriptures, we must know reference to context. If we do not have proper understanding about reference to context, whatever you may say, it goes wrong. See, like Bhagavad Gita, we are told by all the Mahatmas. Bhagavad Gita is what? Oh, Bhagavad Gita tells karma, karma, karma. See, karmannyevaadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala heturbuhu ma te sangastu akarmani. But in this talking, they do not define what is a karma. And then the karma becomes so prominent in their life that the purpose for what we are in this body, that itself is forgotten. Then the second time, they get lost only in yoga, twisting the body, not straightening the mind. You see, Bhagavad Gita, 6th chapter, there in the yoga, Bhagavan Krishna very distinctly brings out. Yoga means what? Atmaupammena sarvatra samam pashyati Arjuna. Sukham va yadi va dukkham sa yogi paramo mataha. According to Bhagavan Sri Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, yogi is the one whose equanimity is unchallenged. He is always at peace. That is yoga. Peace is not at body level. Peace is at the mind level. And what is that peace? Samam sarveshu bhuteshu. Name dveshosti na priyaha. Equanimity is the ultimate of the spiritual evolution. So the yogis will keep on telling, do the body twisting, that is the yoga. Then the third comes the devotees. Devotees, we have to understand these two things. What we do externally is upasana. Devotion is an experience. But what happens? This upasana we get so much entangled at the cost of love for the God. See? And therefore, a devotee is the one who sees divine presence in everything and being. See? And it is for that purpose, in the 7th chapter, Bhagavad Sri Krishna says very clearly that Daivi Hesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duritteya Mam Evaye Prapadyante Mayam Etam Tarantite. My Maya is very difficult to cross. Therefore, surrender to me. You will be transcending the limitations of the relative existence. Therefore, devotion is our experience. And externality is the upasana. Upasana is the means. Devotion is the goal. Make it clear in our life. Devotion is not done. Devotion happens. Now this devotion, you take English word love. This word love can be used both ways, as a verb as well as a noun. A boy and a girl, they love each other. So what the boy will say, Swamiji, I love her. So here love is what? A verb. And therefore, what is the next result? I have fallen in love. So when you fall, you get hurt. And that hurting is called as marriage. And suffer throughout life. Why? Because you have fallen in love. See friends, what is the same? Love. Similarly, mother also loves the child. But the mother does not fall in love because she does not do love. She has love. So for the mother, love is a noun. For a boy and a girl, love is a verb. Wherever there is action, success and failure is bound to be. Where there is an experience, you go beyond success and failure. That is devotion. And therefore, we do not do devotion. We have devotion. Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. I don't love this phone for the sake of the phone. I love it for myself. I don't love my brother not for his sake, but for my sake. I love my mother not for her sake, but for my sake. But I love myself only for my sake. Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. Therefore, our love for ourselves is not an action, and therefore we do not fall in love, we rise in love. Friends, a devotee never falls in love. How do we fall? Those who are tapasvi, those who are yogi, and those who are karmakandi. Three types. You must have heard it in many of our Puranic stories. They are the mobile shopping centers. Shop dete hain na? Durvasa got very angry and he cursed Lord Shiva. You will have problem in your marriage. Lord Shiva said, never mind. See, have you ever heard a devotee ever curse somebody? See, friends. Therefore, if the devotion happens in our heart, then only the Lord is expressing through us. And as the Lord, Name Dveshosti na Priyaha. For Bhagavan, there is nobody dear or not dear. Everybody is the same. Therefore, some of us think that only karma, karma, karma. Somebody thinks we have got only yoga, yoga, yoga. Somebody thinks, no, we should do only upasana, upasana, upasana. And the fourth category is the thing. Oh, nahi jnanena sadrusham pavitram iha vidyate tat swayam yoga samsiddha. There is nothing more purifying than the knowledge, jnana, jnana. Shraddhavan lapate jnanam tatparaha sayyatendriya. Four of them. Then these are the four branches. He tries to condemn the other tries to condemn the other. Jnani thinks he is the wisest among all. And constantly cut, we are going on. And Kanhaiya Lal is laughing. So if you want to learn and get whole Bhagavad Gita in one sentence, there are books you must have studied, heard. Physics made easy, mathematics made easy. In USA, there is a series of books. Physics for idiots, maths for idiots, chemistry for idiots, Bhagavad Gita for idiots. So, I'll tell you one sentence which will cover the whole Bhagavad Gita. See? And that is in our happy mantra mala. Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100%. This is Bhagavad Gita. Where are we now? In Satsanga. Am I right? Huh? Because sleeping. We are now in Satsanga. When? During Satsanga. So what should be we? Satsangi. But when I give an example of husband and wife, then if the husband and the wife are here, if I glorify the wife and condemn the husband, immediately the wife looks at her husband. Arey Dumbo, I am not talking about you as a wife. Wife is a common noun. So instead of remaining as a satsangi, you have become a wife, and all what you have heard is washed away. See, my friends, this is all spiritual life. Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100%. Now, what was the problem with Arjun? Where he was on the war front, when at the time of the war, what he should be? Should he be somebody's disciple? Should he be the grandson of somebody? Should he be the brother of somebody? Or should he be the warrior? How simple it is. But we talk about everything. भगवान ने ज्ञान दिया, भगवान ने भक्ति दी है, ठीक है टाइम पास करने के लिए. But the real truth behind everything is only this. And therefore, Bhagwan doesn't ask Arjun, hey Arjun, I gave you so much of 17 chapters. Did you get the knowledge? He doesn't ask this question. He doesn't ask, did you get devotion? He doesn't ask this. Then what is his question? Kashchit eta shrutam partha tvaya ekagrena chetasa kashchit ajnana sammoha pranashtaste dhananjaya. Hey Arjun, have you heard what I spoke with single pointed mind? Or when I was talking, you are thinking, इतने लोग आए, खाना कम हो जाएगा क्या? और कुछ सांबार का रसम बना दो. See? Where is our mind? So Bhagwan says, have you heard single pointedly? And what is the result? Ajnana sammoha, the delusion born out of wrong notions. Is it gone or not? And after that, another important principle for all of us. Never make decisions for others. See? In all houses, there are vigilance officers. You know who is vigilance officer? Oldies in the house, they are vigilance officers. Who has come, who has gone. Why our Dabbu is all the time looking at the fan? Beta, kuch to bhi gadbad hai. Then the mother comes. See, your Dadi Ma is telling, why are you looking at the fan all the time? Oh, I have to take her permission or what? He is already frustrated. And he shouts and goes away. Then this mother-in-law tells the daughter-in-law, Beta, shadi kara do. See, once he gets married, he will be stationary in one place. Don't make decisions for others. How important it is. One mother came and she asked me, Swamiji, he is my son and he has completed his 10th or 12th standard. Now, what is good for him? Tell me, should he take medicine or engineering? So I said, okay, hey, yes. 17 multiplied by 6, how much it comes? I said, you take medicine. How simple it is. Whether maths is good or engineering good or medicine good, nothing is good or bad. For what you are good, you find out that. See, friends. But oldies, no. लोगों के बच्चे डॉक्टर होते तू बन जा. अरे, is it buying a car or what? See, friends. Therefore, never make decisions for others. And this is what Bhagwan told. See, Vimrushya etat asheshena yethechasi tatha kuru. Hey Arjun, I told you everything. Now you decide. You reflect. And your decision to fight the war or to withdraw from the war, I am nowhere. And what Arjuna also said, the same thing. Nashto moha smriti labdha tad prasadat maya achyuta. Hey Achyuta, Achyuta means never failing one. Achyuta means to fall. Achyuta who never fails. Bhagwan never fails. for his devotee. He is always available. So, hey Achyuta, Nashto Moha, my delusion gone. What was the delusion? Who am I now? That was the delusion. The first chapter is only one thing. ICICI bank account. I see identity crisis. I see I am confused. This is what I am. And what is the reply? Ultimately, Nashto Moha. Now I am not confused. Smrti Labdha. Now I remember what for I am here on the battlefield. Friends, what for we are human beings? Ahara, Nidra, Bhaya, Maitunancha. Eat, sleep, and all the time worried and procreate. If these are the only four things, which is the outcome of our birth, what is the reason we should be called as human beings? There is no difference between us and human beings. As human beings, the only thing which is pending in our life is that we should be such a fit instrument that the divine will express through us. An expression of the divinity is only in the form of happiness. Bhagwan didn't create this world out of frustration. Yaar, bore ho gaye, chalo duniya bana dete. No. It was an expression of joy. And if the God is expressing through us, we will never be miserable. And a happy person is the temple of God. Don't we like somebody is happy? So when somebody is happy, we like how it will be if you are happy. The happy means not like a mad, what happy? No. Happy means living at zero complaint level. See, friends, slowly and steadily, when these things come, then Arjun says, Nashto moha sruti labdha tat prasadat maya chuta stitosmi gata sandehaha. All my doubts have gone. Now karishye vachanam tava. Now I shall follow. What we have to follow? Whatever we are supposed to do at a given period of time in a given situation, we should be 100% available. If you are preparing khana, prepare fully, get involved. Slowly, your whole attitude towards life will change. Then Janmashtami celebration becomes meaningful. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.